All right, let's have a look at this. This is the feedback thread for Druids for the War Within beta testing on the EU side, but I'm guessing this is the same. Well, I'm sure this is the same first post as on the US side. But let's just go through this and see what they actually wrote here. Right? So Kaivax putting in this thread, we will be testing and talking about Druids in the War Within. So this is for all the specs, of course. Look here for posts for the development team as adjustments and bug fixes are made throughout the testing period. Please note that off-topic or inappropriate posts will be strictly removed. Oh. Okay, that was not good. All right, so all classes, hero talent trees are available for testing, blah, blah, blah. Alpha feedback thus far has been of great benefit. Now that we are entering the beta, our focus on hero talent trees is shifting away from reworks and design changes and towards tuning and refining, which is a bad sign for Moonkins or Druids in general. Well, Bear is looking okay, I guess. Not that I would know, I'm just focusing on the Moonkin side of things, but that's not a good sign. We want to thank you so much for all the forum posts, videos, and discussions all over the internet. Your feedback and impressions have been invaluable for bringing their identities to life and making them fit into what you love about the classes you play. That's, yeah, whatever. I appreciate the fact that they're trying to make the classes the way that people seem to want them to be. And I actually do think that they have been doing that for quite some time for Moonkin as well. Unfortunately, people don't want engaging gameplay if this is to be taken as completely true. We're looking forward to hearing from more of you as you get a chance to try hero talents for yourself. We're specifically interested in feedback or impressions on these topics. So I just want to point out the fact that if they're working from feedback from the alpha, like I don't know who played Moonkin in the alpha, but if they've been like working with feedback from the alpha from Moonkin players and making these changes as they are currently stand, then yeah, thanks, I guess, to the alpha testers. Hero talents that you feel are required for your spec. Okay, let's see. We're looking forward to hearing blah, blah, blah. We're specifically interested in feedback or impressions on these topics. Okay, hero talents that you feel are required for your spec in a type of content such as raiding or Mythic Plus, or that push you towards picking a specific tree. This could be due to damage profile, utility defensives, or something else. Well, when it comes to defensives and utility, Druids overall are yeah, the class tree is a discussion in and of itself. Hero talent trees that you feel are either too strong or too weak in power level compared to other options. Well, that would go for both of balanced trees, I'd say. Hero talent trees whose functionality is confusing, unclear, or difficult to track during gameplay. Well, our hero talent trees are not difficult to track because they're all completely passive, more or less. That doesn't change our gameplay at all. For Elun's Chosen, yeah, you are using Moon and Fury of Elune more often. Doesn't change the gameplay that much. And then you get procs and stuff like that could make it that you use Starfall or Star Search more often in those specific moments, but that's not really a big change right there. When it comes to Keeper of the Grove is that you have to put out those trees that nobody wants to put out, and I completely understand why. It's not engaging at all. It was a bad decision Like, I don't get it. It something that would have been cool is if they made something with our mushrooms instead. Now that would be fun. Actually, the trees are quite underwhelming and just yeah. So there's nothing about tracking that is hard at all. It's not confusing because it's extremely overly simplified. The spec has become so simple that it's actually boring to play. It's underwhelming. It's actually disappointing, if I'm gonna be honest. Hero talent choice nodes that you feel could offer more meaningful choices. Well, how about all of them? Feedback throughout the alpha test was highly impactful on our design of the game. This is overall. It has to be overall on all classes and everything, because there's no way this is like this is for everything overall. I refuse to believe that there were a lot of Moonkin beta testers or alpha testers. Maybe there were, maybe there weren't. So okay. Yeah, there's and then there's many posts here, that even more on the US forums, like, hello, what the hell are you doing? Basically. Some more respectful than others. I understand that they have been working on feedback through Dragonflight as well. I've seen it myself, and they made changes and stuff like that to try to change balance into a playstyle that people would enjoy more. So there's I have no beef with devs on that part at all. To be honest, there are some people who would say that the devs never listen to the feedback, but that is not what I have seen. There was a drought where the devs didn't listen at all. I understand from what other people have been saying, playing expansions that I missed when I was on my break from the game. But I came back in Dragonflight Season 1, and throughout Dragonflight I've seen a lot of complaints from the Balanced Druid community that was directly added or changed as they made direct changes to their spec tree. They changed our gameplay, and they changed our damage profile throughout Dragonflight to appease the people. Some of the changes I like, some of them I don't like. I like the fact that they made Druid stronger in single target. It was always strong in AoE, even in Season 1. In Season 1, though, it was basically only strong in AoE, and it was terrible at single target, which was an issue that they addressed. But in the process, they also destroyed my favorite gameplay style, which was Star Weaver, Stellar Flare, and Mushrooms in the same build. That was extremely fun. But that's another topic. That's in the past. But yeah, I'm basically making this video to talk a bit more about Balanced Druid in general. So Pulsar is gone, and I think that is the major issue. That's for me personally. This is a video I hope I'm gonna have to make another video saying, oh, I was wrong, or oh yay, they saved the spec, or whatever. I hope so, but that remains to be seen. And if the blue post is to be trusted, then reworks are not gonna happen. But there's been other areas and stuff like that in the game where they have done changes anyway. Elemental Shaman, we will see what happens with it. With this, God, this is annoying. Sorry about that. Where they're gonna do that thing, we're gonna see this week how that looks. but also with the Mythic Plus stuff, right? They were like, no, we're not looking to do a rework of the Mythic Plus system, and here we are. So there's still hope. There's still hope, but you know, we will see. If they are tired of the Moonkin community complaining, I completely understand, unfortunately, because they have been listening, they have been changing stuff according to what they think the players actually want. And that is a major part of why Pulsar is gone. I am absolutely convinced about it. If nobody complained about the Pulsar gameplay, I don't think they would have changed it. But now it's completely removed. So that's the nail in the coffin for me. Like, I don't like it. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, well, you know, there's a way to make it fun anyways. And I tried so many things and blah, blah, blah. And it was fun for about 2 minutes. And then I played more in the dungeons and stuff like that and in the raid. And it's just like, wow, this is so incredibly dull, boring, and unfulfilling to play. And I tried some more and, you know, gradually, and I got disappointed. I got angry and upset because, but irrational. Yeah, maybe at moments, but it's not in a void. Like, it's because of the way things are, and I guess I had very high expectations. I saw Elun's Chosen specifically, and just thought, oh my god, Season 4 Moonkin, but with Elun's Chosen stuff, with Pulsar and Moons. I was like, yes, please. I'm sorry, I don't know how to fix this, so yeah, if you want to check out chill music, YouTube, go on there. This is no copyright, just chill. But yeah, without the Pulsar stuff, it's just like I think I mean, there are many things to say about it, but playing now feels absolutely crap, in my opinion. The only thing we have, basically, is Incarnation. That's the only thing we have. That's the only cooldown we have. Or if you go with Orbital Strike. So you have a 2-minute Orbital Strike / Incarnation, which is also nerfed in time. And since you don't have Pulsar, you can't extend it. It just feels extremely bad. Like, what's the... for now with the spec I have and everything, let's see. Yeah, so okay, lasts 32 seconds. Oh yeah, it's because I have greater alignment. But if you go with this, which is what you probably do in everything except pure single target, it lasts for 20 seconds. Yeah, so you have 20 seconds of Incarnation every 2 minutes. That's all you have. The rest is just extremely unfulfilling gameplay. Like, one thing that I don't think a lot of Moonkin players... I mean, there are people who just straight up disagree with me. But one of the things that made using spenders so fulfilling as a rotation outside your Incarnation, because when you're in your Incarnation, you're using your spenders to pump damage. That's the satisfaction, that it's just pumping damage. But outside of that, it's to build up to your Pulsar. That's what you were working towards. And then you could time it, you could save it for a new pack if that was necessary or whatever. It was flexible. People say it was restricting. I don't agree. In my opinion, if you thought that Pulsar was restrictive, you didn't understand how to play with Pulsar properly. Because if you do, and if you did, I don't think you would have that opinion, to be honest. It gave us flexibility and the ability to have like some sense of bursted damage in situations where you would need it. If there was a specific moment where you needed extra push. Or to just like maintain a high amount of damage, and then people are like, well, that's the problem. You had to go into Pulsar or whatever, and if you have to move, then you couldn't get Pulsar up fast enough, and blah blah blah. Yeah, movement and positioning as a Moonkin, very important. But if you're losing damage because you're running around too much, Pulsar is not the issue. It is because you are poorly positioned, and you are running around too much because you are poorly positioned. That's why. So you could practice on that, but hey, now you don't have to. So this is like my massive disappointment. And they have a lot of cool, fun new talents, but it's like nothing that makes up for the loss of Pulsar gameplay as a gameplay loop, because they didn't remove Pulsar and put something else in its place to give us something to play around. No, nothing. You just do your rotation and you wait for your incarnation. That's very engaging gameplay. Not at all, right? And like most of these talents are like, it doesn't matter what you pick. It doesn't change your rotation, right? Another big issue is that there's so many 2-point talents in the tree, which is extremely restrictive to the gameplay. To your ability to customize your spec, let's say. And you like realistically you only have 2 options right now: to try to get as many of the capstones as possible with some key points to try to boost your spenders as much as possible, or to boost your dots and your fillers. And I've tried many things. As it stands right now, you're losing damage if you're not taking Umbrella Intensity. And that's for Eluna's Chosen as well. Well, maybe not in Eluna's Chosen. I mean, there are like I guess it's situational. But our spenders definitely lost. This is something that people don't understand either, I guess, or maybe they do. I don't know. But our spenders lost a tremendous amount of value damage-wise because Pulsar is gone. Like our spenders did a lot of damage partly because we were able to be in a double eclipse more with Pulsar and Incarn, because it gets damage bonus from both because it's astral damage. Like these are basic things, but no, people don't want that. They want it gone, which is fine, I guess. Again, if they gave us something else, which they didn't. Well, they did give us something else, which is like, hey, there's a chance for this thing to happen, which is just an incredibly low chance that you're not gonna notice at all, basically. And this thing, I like this talent though. For a single target, this is a pretty cool talent. I'm not gonna lie, but there's these, like, you have a 2-point talent here, 2-point here, 2-point here, 2-point here, 2-point here, 2-point here. That's a lot of talents. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 talent points. That's almost half of all of your talent points. So you have to pick and choose. Like there is no flexibility in reality, because also with these 2-point talent nodes, gatekeeping important talents as well. So you have no choice. You have to take them. It's like it's like the talent tree is a mess with the these talent points choices. None of them are impactful in any shape or form because they don't change the rotation in any case. It's just a matter of, hey, what spell would you like to do more damage on your damage meter? But in reality, it's like the difference in your overall damage is like doesn't exist, right? And it doesn't, and that would be fine, I guess, if it actually did change our play style, because then you can try to play in one way and then try to play in another. But they don't even do that. They don't even do that. You're still doing the same thing. Doesn't matter what talent points you take. You're still doing this exactly same thing. So that's a failure from the devs. Because they wanted us to be able to have more flexibility and choose the way our damage is, but they absolutely failed with that. Because what they don't, I don't know, it's like you can change the damage in the sense of getting the dots stronger and stuff like that. Yeah, of course you can do that. But it's not gonna matter at all. It's just like a surface change that doesn't matter at all because it doesn't change the way you play the game. And that's what I want to get at. It's like at the beta, yes, they changed the way we play the game. They absolutely did, but they made it worse by listening to those who didn't want to have Pulsar. And yes, I'm blaming you guys for making the spec extremely underwhelming, disappointing, and very, very boring to play. I'm pretty sad about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna rant too much about it. This is like the fourth time I try to make this video without going on a rant, so I'm just gonna stop it right there. But I want to end with this though. If I haven't already said it in this video, but if nothing happens, if they don't rework this stuff and make the spec dynamic and fun again for the launch, then I am not going to main Moonkin for the War Within. This is just like absolutely, yeah. For me personally, this is RIP for this spec, unfortunately, because it's these. Well, I mean, I absolutely love playing Druid. I've done it forever. Moonkin is my absolutely favorite spec as a Druid. That's what I've been playing since I hit level 70 in the Burning Crusade. So, you know, I don't want to not I don't like this at all because I'm gonna have to, yeah. I don't like this because I enjoy playing Moonkin so much and I want to continue playing Moonkin. That's one of the reasons why I don't like this. Because the biggest reason is because, well, it's not fun anymore. It's not. There is no gameplay loops to play around anymore. You have your 2 minute cooldown or 3 minute, depending on what you choose as your talent after Celestial Alignment. But that's it. That's all you have. The rest is just extremely underwhelming, boring, and disappointing. So yeah, I'm probably going to main mage, I think, but we will have to see. I'm still holding hopes that they will rework this and make it make Moonking great again. Uh, but it's not looking too bright. It's not looking like that's gonna happen. But if it does in the future, if it's within the beta cycle or after season 1, then I will have another look at it. But as it stands, this is absolutely trash. It is so boring. so underwhelming, and I think they absolutely failed with Moonkin on the hero talents, on the spec tree, and the class tree is also a mess. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about it. So yeah, rip. And it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making videos. I'm still gonna make videos every now and then. But yeah, if I do change main, it's not gonna be Moonkin videos, unfortunately. But if something happens, if changes are made, I'm gonna post a video about that as well. But again, it remains to be seen. I'm gonna stop now. Getting separation anxiety here. But have a good one, guys, and I hope you find a spec that you enjoy playing for the War Within if you're gonna play. Something where the gameplay is fulfilling for you and where you like the fantasy and all of these things, even if it is Moonkin as it is in the beta now. But if it is, then I highly disagree with you. Uh, but that's fine. That's fine. Personal preference, I guess. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace.